In previous episode, we watched how Chandragupta Maurya's rise to power with the guidance of Chanakya, the unification of the Indian subcontinent, and Ashoka the Great's transformation after the Kalinga War. It transitions to scenes of Ashoka's Buddhist missionary efforts and monumental projects. We journeyed through the rise of the Maurya Empire, from the brilliance of Chandragupta Maurya and Chanakya strategies to the transformative reign of Ashoka the Great. We explored how Ashoka's embrace of Buddhism brought peace and prosperity, but also sowed the seeds of change. Yet, as Ashoka's light dimmed, the empire began to falter, setting the stage for a decline that would reshape the Indian subcontinent forever. Today, we delve into this chapter of Mauryan history, uncovering the forces that led to its eventual fall. The story begins with Chandragupta Maurya, a warrior and statesman who, with the guidance of his mentor Chanakya, established an empire that stretched from the Himalayas to the Deccan Plateau. Chandragupta's reign was marked by political brilliance and administrative reforms. But even in those early days, the seeds of decline were sown. Chandragupta's centralization of power, while effective during his reign, created a fragile system heavily reliant on the competency of the ruler. The empire's vastness required constant vigilance, and the absence of strong successors would later expose this weakness. After Chandragupta abdicated the throne to embrace Jainism, his son Bindusara ascended to power. While Bindusara expanded the empire and maintained relative stability, cracks began to appear. Revolts in the southern regions, growing autonomy among provincial governors, and rising discontent among the people hinted at the challenges that lay ahead. The Mauryan system, though robust, struggled to adapt to the evolving political landscape. The Mauryan Empire reached its zenith under Ashoka the Great, a ruler whose transformation from conqueror to preacher of peace is legendary. His conquest of Kalinga in 261 BCE was both a triumph and a turning point. The sheer scale of suffering witnessed during the war deeply affected Ashoka, leading him to embrace Buddhism and promote non-violence. Under Ashoka, the empire flourished culturally and spiritually. The spread of Buddhism across Asia, the construction of stupas, and the edicts carved on rock pillars were hallmarks of his reign. Yet, Ashoka's focus on moral and spiritual governance came at a cost. His policies, while noble, weakened the military and administrative framework of the empire. Ashoka's death in 232 BCE marked the beginning of the end for the Mauryan Empire. The throne passed to his sons and grandsons, but none possessed the vision or authority to hold the vast empire together. The decentralization of power, initiated during Ashoka's later years, allowed provincial rulers to assert greater autonomy. Simultaneously, the treasury, depleted by Ashoka's monumental projects and wars, struggled to sustain the empire's administrative machinery. The once mighty Mauryan military, neglected in favor of pacifist ideals, could no longer defend the empire's borders from external threats. The Mauryan economy, once a pillar of its strength, began to falter. The state-controlled trade networks, a hallmark of Chandragupta's policies, became increasingly difficult to manage. Tax collection became erratic as provincial governors withheld revenue, further weakening central authority. Moreover, the empire's vast bureaucracy, designed to manage a centralized state, became inefficient and corrupt. The lack of a cohesive vision among Ashoka's successors led to administrative decay, allowing local chieftains and regional powers to rise. As internal stability waned, external threats mounted. The northwestern borders of the Mauryan Empire faced incursions from the Indo-Greeks, who sought to reclaim territories lost during Alexander the Great's conquests. These invasions tested the weakened Mauryan military, which was ill-prepared to counter such threats. Simultaneously, the emergence of new powers in the Deccan and beyond further strained the empire's resources. The once unified Mauryan Empire found itself fragmented, with regions breaking away to form independent kingdoms. By the time of Brihadratha Maurya's reign, the empire was a shadow of its former self. Weak and indecisive, Brihadratha struggled to command the loyalty of his generals and administrators. Sensing an opportunity, Pushyamitra Shunga, a loyal general turned rebel, orchestrated a coup. In a dramatic turn of events, Brihadratha was assassinated during a military parade, and the Shunga Dynasty was born. The death of Brihadratha marked the end of the Mauryan Empire, a dynasty that had ruled the Indian subcontinent for nearly 140 years. Though the Mauryan Empire fell, its legacy endured. Chandragupta's vision of unity, Ashoka's commitment to peace, and the administrative innovations of their reigns left an indelible mark on Indian history. The empire's fall serves as a reminder of the cyclical nature of power, how even the mightiest dynasties are not immune to the forces of change. As the Mauryan Empire faded into history, the Shunga Dynasty rose from its ashes. But their journey was far from smooth. In the next episode, we explore the rise of the Shungas, their efforts to consolidate power, and the cultural revival they championed amid fierce opposition. Join us as we uncover the story of a dynasty born from revolution,